Wait, listen to this. What if a king looked death in the eyes and said, "Not today. Not tomorrow. Not ever." Yeah. This isn't one of those "he ruled bravely and died peacefully" stories. This is the story of the king who refused to die, and how that decision slowly turned his kingdom into something nobody expected. So imagine this. Long before maps had straight lines and before clocks told people when to sleep, there was a powerful African kingdom. Rich land. Loyal warriors. A king so respected that people swore the earth itself leaned toward his footsteps. His name has been lost to time, but his title lived on. They called him the living king. From a young age, this king had an unusual fear. Not of enemies. Not of betrayal. Not even of war. He feared only one thing: death. Not in a normal way. Not like, "I don't want to die someday." He feared the idea of ending. Of becoming a story people tell in past tense. So when he became king, he made a vow. Quietly. Just to himself. "I will not die." At first, it sounded like pride. Later, it sounded like madness. The king gathered the best minds in the land. Herbalists. Spiritualists. Healers who spoke to forest and bones. Elders who claimed they remembered the world before his grandfather was born. He asked them one question. "How do I stay?" Some laughed nervously. Some warned him. One old priest, they say, went silent for a long time, then said, "You can delay death. But refusing it has a price." The king didn't ask what the price was. That was his first mistake. They began rituals meant to anchor his spirit to the world. Sacred baths. Forbidden herbs. Ceremonies held only at night, when the moon was thin and the wind felt like it was listening. Years passed. Then decades. And the impossible happened. The king did not age. His beard stayed dark. His back stayed straight. His voice never weakened. While the people who crowned him grew old, he stayed exactly the same. At first, the kingdom celebrated. Songs were sung. Drums beat all night. "Our king is blessed," they said. "Our king cannot die." Neighboring kingdoms sent gifts and spies. But time is patient. And time notices everything. The first problem wasn't the king. It was the people around him. Generals died. Queens died. Children he once carried on his shoulders grew old, then bowed before him with trembling hands. Each generation knew him less as a man, and more as a force. And the king noticed something else. Every time someone close to him died, he felt heavier. Not sad. Not broken. Just heavier. Like he was carrying something invisible. He ignored it. Centuries passed. The kingdom stopped celebrating his immortality. They whispered about it. Parents warned children not to stare too long at the palace. Because the king had changed. He became cautious. Then suspicious. Then cruel. Why? Because when you refuse to die, you also refuse to let go. He began executing anyone who spoke about succession. Anyone who suggested preparing for after him. "After me," he would laugh. "There is no after me." The land started to suffer. Harvests failed. Rivers shifted. Animals avoided the palace grounds. Elders said the balance was broken, that a man was taking up space meant for generations. One night, the same old priest, now impossibly ancient himself, was brought before the king. "You promised me life," the priest said. "But what you took was time." The king ordered him imprisoned. That night, for the first time in centuries, the king dreamed. He stood in a vast field filled with shadows. Each shadow looked familiar. Warriors. Lovers. Friends. Children. All staring at him. None of them spoke. Then a voice came from behind him. "You are standing in our place." He woke up screaming. From that day, the king could no longer sleep. His body didn't age, but his mind cracked slowly, like dry earth. He started seeing faces in reflections, hearing footsteps in empty halls, feeling hands tugging at his robes when no one was there. The rituals that once protected him now trapped him. And then, the kingdom rebelled. Not with weapons, with silence. People stopped cheering when he appeared. Drums went quiet. Markets closed when his guards passed. A king who lives forever still needs people to rule. One evening, the palace was empty. No servants. No guards. No priests. Just the king. Alone. That's when he finally understood. Death wasn't chasing him. Death was waiting. Waiting for him to be ready. He returned to the sacred place where it all began. The forest where the rituals first anchored his spirit. He called out to the night. "I am tired." The wind answered. "You have been tired for a very long time." The king fell to his knees. "For generations, I ruled," he said. "I protected them and denied them space," the voice replied. He asked the final question. "Can I still die?" Silence. Then, "Yes. But you must give back what you took." At sunrise, villagers found the forest glowing softly. Warm. Peaceful. Inside, they found nobody. Only a staff, broken clean in half. From that day on, the kingdom slowly healed. New leaders rose. New stories replaced old fears. But elders still warned their children. They say if you listen carefully on quiet nights, you can hear footsteps in the forest, not walking forward, but finally walking away. Because some legends aren't about power. They're about knowing when to let go. And that is the story of the king who refused to die.